What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, this time on the main PC, and today we're gonna try that Warcraft Battle Chest out again. It comes with Warcraft Remastered, Warcraft II Remastered, and Warcraft III Reforged. And in my opinion, it's been reforged into absolute poop, but that's just my opinion. Maybe this computer will finally be able to play it halfway decently. It doesn't have an integrated GPU to get in the way, although I think technically the 9700X did, and it didn't get in the way. It used my 4070 Ti, but on all the AMD stuff, it refused. It's like, nope, I want to use integrated on everything and give you a horrible experience. That's what it felt like anyway. But in any case, let's stop blabbing, let's hop in and see if a computer such as this can finally play this game. Though it's ridiculous as this is what it takes to play a game like this. Just putting that out there. Anyway, to the game.
Well, alright, here's the settings for the first game here. I had to use Afterburner for some reason here. I could not get the FPS monitoring tool to work. Yet I got it to work on my small form factor PC, and the Ally, and my TV PC. Weird, huh? Well, here we go. Let's jump in here. Let's listen to their little spiel about what you're supposed to do.
Simple enough that even the war chief feels that you are capable of it. Construct at least 6 farms so that we may keep our troops well fed and ready to do battle. Only a fool would leave his treasures unguarded, so you must also build a barracks for the defense of these farms.
Yeah, it seems like this game's kind of like limited to 166 FPS. I've been noticing that. That seems to be what it gets on almost everything. But I still just wanted to include it because it's part of the Battle Chest thing. And it's kind of fun to play this game at 4K, even though it's obviously not the kind of game that would generally benefit from it, but it still actually makes some of the textures look pretty crispy. But obviously it's not going to turn into next-gen graphics or anything like that, but that's not what these games are about. Besides, I'm excited to go back and play these. I didn't get to enjoy them as much because as a kid I just didn't understand them as much. And at least the third game seems to work halfway decently on this computer. Seems to be the only one too. Well, the small form factor one was alright, but still not great. Well, now here's the settings we're going to do for a second game. Not really anything here for graphics, but still just wanted to show it just for the people that are interested to know. But in any case, let's go get into the game now, shall we? Well, now, here we go.
The Horde is preparing to launch an assault against the mainland of Lordaeron. Orgrim Doomhammer, war chief of the Orcish hordes and ruler of the Blackrock clan, has ordered you to establish a small outpost on Lordaeron's southern shores. To secure the Zul'Dare region as Doomhammer demands, you will need to construct a barracks and several farms to feed your troops. Your success may help us determine the extent of the pathetic human defenses and what resistance they can offer against our forces. Huh? Doktor. Ready to work. Huh? Work complete. Ready to work.
This game definitely looks crispy in 4K. It already looked really good at 1440 on the secondary computer. To the point where I almost thought it was 4K and had to go, oh wait a minute, this is a 1440p. So they definitely remastered the heck out of it. It definitely did not look this crisp back in the day. And at least these ones didn't have any adverse effects. The frickin' third game did not run very well on anything but basically 3 of my computers. The small form factor one was passable, especially staying over 60 for its price and everything. Well, no, actually no, it couldn't do that. It did drop under 60 still a couple times, but most of the time it was above 60. The main PC was the only one that stayed well above 60 the whole time. Even the TV PC fell flat on its face. I couldn't really test the secondary one fairly. It didn't want to use the correct GPU, so no matter what I did, I couldn't force it. So it is what it is, so I at least did a little bit of footage. Test out the GPU I didn't even know that 7800X3 had. And it's not great. I think it's more akin to YouTube videos and just checking your emails and stuff. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so now we're going to go 4K here. And this is the only computer that actually plays it well. Good, too, because it's the one I was going to play it on, but I don't know what the heck is going on with this game. Should not require a computer like this to play it this well. So here we are. Man, it stays in the hundreds and 200s.
What kind of nightmare was that?
So I'm sitting here thinking, wow. So did the devs just make this game on a PC with a 4090 or two, and then just go, you know what? Yeah, this is acceptable. Well, maybe some other computers will get like 40 FPS less or something. And then it's like, no, they can barely get 30 FPS most of the time. What the heck did you do?
But I'll play along.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that it plays this well on the computer I was going to play it on, but damn. I don't know what they did to this game. It definitely looks better than the original game for sure, especially when you can actually max it out. But when you have to turn everything down to low and it still runs like crap, at that point it doesn't look much better than the older game.
Very good. The path to the next banner leads through. Notice how
Yeah, so at that point I was like, shit, I wished I had the original game to test out on everything still, but I don't know if you can even download that anymore. I think they just give you this as the option now. Could be wrong though. And for all I know, I still have the original one maybe on my account somewhere where it let me download it. I don't know for sure. There was at one point you could like add your CD keys to like their shit, and then you could like download the game. I did that for like Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction and a couple other games, and I'm pretty sure that one was one of them, but I'd have to go check.
Order your troops to perform an aggressive attack move into the enemy encampment. To do this, select all of your troops. Click the attack button.
Yeah, I wished I could have used my new
on the ground in the middle of the
FPS monitoring software, but for some reason it didn't want to work on this computer. I thought it was just like hating AMD or something like that, but then I remembered the Ally played it just fine, or used it just fine. So I don't know. The TV PC
Good
worked just
job.
fine with it too.
Notice that Thrall gained
And
a
so did the
level
small
from
form factor
experience
one,
that he
but this
earned
one,
in
no matter
combat.
what I did, I couldn't get it to
Only
work.
heroes can
Just like
acquire
I couldn't get the
experience,
secondary computer to
allowing them
stop
become
using the
incredibly powerful over time.
eGPU. I didn't even know that was possible for it to do when I have the DisplayPort cable hooked up to the,
Heroes gain a hero
you know,
bonus
XTX.
whenever they
I
advance
figured
in
you would have
level.
had to have it plugged into the
These points
motherboard
can
for
be
it to
used
do that, but I
acquire
guess
new
no.
abilities or to
That is not how it
improve
works.
previously learned ones. This
That's why I'm kind
particular
of glad the
treasure
other
chest
two computers here
contains
don't
a
have
useful potion of
eGPUs.
mana.
I'm probably just going
Notice
to
that the
disable them
potion
if my
now
next ones
occupies one of
have
Thrall's
them. I
inventory
think
slots near the
if my
bottom
7800X3D has it, I bet the 9800X3D has it, so might just disable it. Because I'm going to use the 5090 and the 4090 for editing video. Well, I'm just going to build the computer when I get the 5090, so I will just be editing with the 5090. I'm kind of curious if it's like reasonably faster at that than the old one. Outgoing 4090, because it's not like the 4090 is slow. It chews through that stuff effortlessly. But you look at the specs of the 5090, you're like, wow, that thing should eat the 4090 for breakfast. But then you actually look at the leaked benchmarks anyway, and it doesn't look that impressive. But I'm still going to retire my TV PC and sell it to my friend, so really cheap. Anyway, though, let's move on.
Well, alright. Let's get some camera recorded gameplay now. And yeah, so far it seems like you need like a top-of-the-line computer to get even remotely playable FPS in this game. That is ridiculous. This so far works the absolute best out of all of them. So maybe they just played on a 4090 computer like this. It was like, oh, it's good. Send it out. Everything's fine. Everything's good. But hey, I'm glad it at least works well on the computer I was going to play it on.
Yes, War Chief. Warrior.
And I bet you the 7900 XTX would play it just fine. I didn't even know the 7800X 3D had an built-in GPU. I thought it was like the 5800X 3D that didn't have nothing.
Damn it, little scream.
He's been captured.
The blinking button at the top of the screen indicates that your quest journal has been updated. To find out more about your objectives, click on the quest button. Once a peon has been ordered to harvest gold, you will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest great hall. Here are a few additional peons. To increase the
Sweet.
rate of gold collection,
Go peons. Collect me gold.
the amount of gold that you currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your great hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases.
A little bit of a hiccup there. Huh.
Now that your gold income is steady, you will want to produce additional peons to construct. Training
Can
unit
do.
takes time. When your great hall is selected, you can see a progress indicator in the bottom middle portion of your screen.
Ready to work.
There he is.
In order to support a larger population, additional orc burrows will have to be constructed.
Work.
Work, work. Job's done.
In order to produce
I think that's the
additional
humans,
burrows,
though.
you must gather more lumber from the nearby forests. To harvest lumber, select a peon and right-click on a nearby tree.
Ready to work. Something need doing?
It
Now that
does.
your peon has been assigned
We need
to
some
one
treeing.
hall, he will automatically travel back and forth between the forest and your closest great hall.
Work complete. Be happy to.
To increase the rate at which you collect lumber, train additional peons and assign them to harvest from the forest.
Ready to work.
To the
yes.
trees with ye. Oh, nighttime.
Something need doing? Work complete.
War mills contain various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. Congratulations. You have accumulated enough gold and lumber to construct a barracks. This will enable you to train additional troops for your army.
Okie dokie. Ready to work. Hmm? Work, work.
Plenty of gold left in there.
You have just placed a rally point for your structure. Whenever a unit finishes training from this building, he will automatically travel to the rally point's location.
Yes.
To place a rally
I can
point,
do that.
select one of your unit producing structures and right-click on the ground where you want the rally point to appear.
Work
Continue producing grunts until you reach your quest requirement.
my life for the Horde. Research complete.
Probably should build another one of those house things. The burrows.
Ready to work. My life for the Horde. Be happy to.
But hey, at least I finally found a computer that plays it halfway decently. Still has some stutters every now and again, but hey, at least it's not dropping down into 30 FPS. Or under 60. Like it did on the 9700X PC. Well, I think that's probably good, so why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Alright guys, that's a wrap for the Warcraft Battle Chest, and at least on this computer, everything actually ran pretty decently. But that's sad that you need a computer like this to actually play Warcraft 3 Reforged halfway decent. Although, in my secondary computer's defense, if I had a CPU that didn't have a integrated GPU that either the game or Windows, one of the two, is forcing on, I think the 7900X XTX would do just fine with this game too. But I don't know, it would not stop being on the integrated, like a laptop. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. But at least it ran good on the computer that I'm gonna play it on. I still think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I still think the game is kind of unoptimized garbage, because most people do not have systems like this. They're gonna have systems more like my laptops, or at best probably my secondary or my little small form factor PC. That's like somebody's idea of a pretty high-end PC. Most people do not go 4090s or any of that garbage. Most people don't even go 7900 XTX, to be honest. But it is what it is. Like I said, glad I can play at least, but still think it's ridiculous. But I think that's about it for this video, instead of just repeating myself a bunch more times. That's just a little irritating that this game from my childhood has gotten turned into this. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.